the coupe equivalent. But let's start with the Speciale, wrapped in the sort of tribute to Niki Lauda livery that we'll talk more about with the owner in a second. This car, 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8, 597 horsepower, 540 Newton meters of torque. It's running on Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres, the sticky tyre from Michelin. In the McLaren corner, we've got the twin turbocharged 3.8 litre V8, so both cars V8, but we've got 675 horsepower, hence the name, and 700 Newton meters of torque. The McLaren is on the Pirelli P0 Trofeo R, again, the semi-slick sort of race tyre from Pirelli. So let's talk about weight. 1395 kilos curb weight in the Speciale, 1278 kilos curb weight in the McLaren. Now, the coupe would be 40 kilos lighter, but we're still talking over 100 kilos difference between the cars. In this particular example, the McLaren has basically got a full tank of fuel, whereas the Ferrari is running at about half. So we calculate there's about a 40 kilo weight penalty for the McLaren in the sense of how much fuel is in it. But I think this should be quite... Not bad at all then. So, for driving, it will be in race mode on the Manettino, so you have a few different settings. We won't be turning off traction control or anything like that, but race for the fastest setting. When you then close the door and pop the car into first gear, you then have these stalks in the center where you can select launch mode. Quite literally, one press goes into launch mode, then you would hold your foot on the brake and press the accelerator and let go of the brake, and away you go. So the Ferrari's pretty easy to handle and pretty easy to set up. We will leave the car for the moment and go check out the McLaren. In the McLaren corner, there's a button just under here to open the door. It's a keyless system. Step right in. Obviously the doors that open up, and you're very nice and snug in the bucket seat in here. Just pull the steering wheel down. You have the start button in the center. And again, we're into life. So let's just hear this car too. And for the McLaren, we will be driving with Active Dynamics panel enabled. You have a few more configurable settings: handling in track mode, powertrain in track mode, manual is currently selected, but it will go into automatic when we start using the launch control. And obviously we've also got the aero, which raises the active aero of the rear wing, but it will go into DRS mode as soon as we get moving to reduce drag. So for launch control in here, you would press the launch button, firstly go into gear, secondly handbrake off, press the launch button, awaiting full throttle, give it some throttle with both pedals pressed, you'll see boost building, and then eventually let go and it will fly. So that is the introduction system to both cars. As you can probably see, we're running with the Race Logic V-boxes to give us some official numbers behind what we're doing today, the 0 to 100 times and various different data logging statistics, and those will ensure that we get a completely fair test. So let's hear both of these together.